I'm going to show you exactly how to build a multi-million-dollar brand in less than 5 minutes. All right, starting with number one, you have to own your niche. So what I mean by that is you have to dominate whatever niche you're in. So with ours, it's tires. You could sell TVs, you can sell couches, doesn't matter. Own your niche. So with tires, you're not just selling tires. You know, you're solving problems. People need safety, performance, reliability, right? So that's what you're selling. So what is your niche? So is it going to be performance tires? Are you trying to be the cheapest around? Is it going to be all-terrain? So whatever it is, you have to pick your lane and you got to dominate it. All right, number two is very, very important. So you got to create massive value. So how do you create massive value? You got to create the content that solves your customers' problems. So like, you know, you got to teach them how to choose the right tires, how to maintain those tires. You got to build the value, because once you build the value, you build the trust, and trust is everything, is what makes people buy, right? So you got to show people how to inspect their tires. That's one way. You know, be the guy or girl who they think of when they need tires. That's how you build a brand. All right, three, another very important, master your message. So how do we master our message? So one thing, your brand is your message. So what do you stand for? What is your promise? So here's an example, right? So we keep families safe on the road. We deliver the best service. That could be some of your messages. Doesn't matter. So whatever your message is, you got to put it out there. It's got to be consistent, right? So whatever it needs to be, clear, consistent, unforgettable. So how do you define your audience? You know, who are you speaking to? You know, write down your core values. Like us, we have 23 core values we put right there on the wall. Every customer, when they walk in the door, they see our core values. A lot of people take a picture of our core values. So, you know, create a tagline, whatever that may be. All right, let's pause the video for just 1 second. We'll get right back to it. So if you really want to scale your business, scale your brand, text me now, 704-617-7848. I'll help you with whatever you need. I got you back. Let's get back to the video. All right, off to number four. Number four is very important. It's one of the most important right there. You have to build systems that scale, right? So when you build systems in your company, that's going to help your company scale. So here's exactly what you do, right? So you got to automate your lead generation. And how you automate your lead generation is going to be with your Google and your Facebook ads, right? So there's different ways to manipulate that and work those Facebook ads and those Google ads to where they're in your favor. So also, you have to build a team of A players that share your vision. Listen, A players do not want to work with B and C players. They will leave your company. So make sure that you're always looking for A players. Get rid of those B and C players immediately, right? Also, you got to create SOPs. If you're not sure what an SOP is, SOPs are standard operating procedures. And what that is, it's kind of like McDonald's, right? They have a list of ways that you make that hamburger from start to finish. It's like an assembly line. So your business has to have SOPs like an assembly line, so anybody can come in and run that part of that company without you being there. So remember, a business that depends on you isn't a real business. It is a job. You have to go in there and work on your company and not in your company, because if you're working too much in your company and not on it, listen, that is a job and you'll never get out of it. Number five, you got to dominate your market. This is what I do. I dominate my market every time, everywhere. It doesn't matter where I'm at. So this is where you go from just being another tire shop to being the tire shop. You have to outwork, outmarket, out-deliver your competition. So here's the play for you, right? So you got to be everywhere. Social media, local events, partnerships. You have to make sure people cannot ignore you at all. You have to be in their face at all times. Listen, number two, you have to over-deliver. There are so many places out here that under-deliver. Every time you have to over-deliver, never under-deliver, because you will lose customers, hands down. Listen, when you over-deliver, you're going to turn your customers into raving fans. So what does raving fans do? They go out here and market your company for free. There's no better advertising. You're not paying any money. So you got Susie comes in and says, oh my gosh, y'all did such a great job. I'm going to go tell my sister. I'm going to go tell my brother. That is a raving fan right there. So domination of your market is about being the absolute best. All right, now that you got the blueprint, now it's time to take action. Listen, building a brand isn't easy. You need somebody to help you along the way. So if you're ready, I mean really ready to build that multi-million-dollar brand, just text me right now at 704 617-7848. I'll personally help you with whatever you need. I got you back.